months of rumors, Lenovo has officially unveiled the Motorola Moto G5s and G5s Plus that succeed the Lenovo Moto G5 and G5 Plus launched only a few months ago. What are the changes made by the Chinese manufacturer to a mid-range smartphone in less than 6 months? A slight upscaling of certain characteristics. Lenovo Moto G5s. The IPS screen shifts from 5 to 5.2 inches, but retains the full HD resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. The camera switches from 13 megapixels f2.0 to 16 megapixels f2.0. The battery switches from 2800 to 3000 mAh. Storage and RAM are up to 32 GB and 3 GB respectively for the rest. The Lenovo Moto G5s retains the characteristics of the Moto G5, like the front fingerprint reader and the SoC Qualcomm Snapdragon 430. We regret that the manufacturer did not take advantage of it to trade the micro USB port for a USB port Type-C. Lenovo Moto G5s. More. The Lenovo Moto G5s Plus offers even fewer innovations than its smaller brother when compared to the previous generation. SoC, storage, RAM ports, and battery remain unchanged. The following are the characteristics of these components. Qualcomm Snapdragon 625, 32 GB storage, 3 or 4 GB of RAM, 32 or 64 GB storage, micro USB port and jack port, front fingerprint reader, 3000 mAh. The IPS screen gains a bit diagonal and goes from 5.2 inches to 5.5 inches, but still with the same full HD definition. The real change warranting the announcement of a new model comes from the camera. The Moto G5s Plus introduces for the first time a dual camera in the range Moto G. There are two 13 megapixel sensors with f2.0 lens that will take into account the depth in a cliché, and thus create a bokeh. The front camera goes from 5 megapixels f2.2 to 8 megapixels f2.0, which allows Lenovo to promise ever more beautiful selfies. Price and availability. The Lenovo Moto G5s and G5s Plus will soon be available with prices starting at €249 and €299 respectively. These are the same introductory prices as the Moto G5 and G5 Plus.